Good morning and happy Monday. It has been a very stressful one already. I just finished the interview that I had this morning. I think it went okay. I don't know. I feel like I didn't do a good enough job talking about my experience and skills, but we shall see. Yeah, I'm just still vibrating. I literally just finished the call 5 minutes ago. Now I have to wait and see what happens. That, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyways, it's Monday. I have some other stuff to do now. I'm gonna go, I think, chill for a little bit and just calm down post-interview. I will check in with you in a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna have for lunch. Probably have something soon-ish. And then come back in here and do some vlog editing. But anyways, that is that for now. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I have been sitting on the couch chilling, playing some Stardew for probably longer than I should have given all of the other stuff that I want to get done today. So, we're getting up, it's time to make some lunch and head back into the office. Okay, so I didn't really do any vlog editing. I put all of the clips in order in my timeline, but that's all I got. But I did listen to the newest Kelly podcast episode, which was very good. I don't watch super regularly, but anytime I do watch, it's very good. And this one was on Adobe Max and AI and all of that stuff. And they say a lot of things that I agree with. So it was a good episode, in my opinion. I think even if you don't explicitly agree with them, I think it was still a very well put together, well-spoken episode. Way less chaotic than some of them can be. Anyway, I did finish this hat while I was watching that. And it's so cute. This is not strictly what the pattern says. It's a lot shorter, and that was because this little piece here is all that's left of the one ball of yarn. So basically it was 2 balls of yarn. It was this really thin fuzzy mohair and then just a wool. And that was what this thicker one is. And it was holding them together. This is all that I have left of it. And I didn't even have enough in the part that I had cut off for the bind off. So I knew I was gonna be cutting it kind of close when I started the project, but that's okay. I wanted a more tight to the head hat anyways. So I think this turned out really cute. I love the color. I have a lot of stuff in this color, so I'm just gonna be monochrome all winter and that's okay. But yeah, I honestly might keep the hat on because it's kind of cold in my apartment. And I took my sweater I had on earlier off because it was just getting really itchy. I don't know what happened to that sweater, but it's not that comfortable to wear anymore, which makes me sad because it's one of my favorite sweater designs. So I have done enough rambling now. I need to edit this vlog, which shouldn't take that long because normally I'm cutting down an hour of footage into my 20-minute video. And right now this week I only have a half an hour of footage to cut down from. So it'll probably be a little bit of a shorter vlog. That's okay. It was a pretty chill week, but it also means it'll probably take me less long to edit because there's less raw footage to go through. I do generally like being a little further along before Tuesday comes along, but that might not just be the way that things happen this week with the interview that I had this morning. So that is that. I do need to kind of be on top of it though, because next week is gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna have time really to edit next week's vlog on Monday, so I need to get started on that this week, later in this week also, so that Tuesday is just kind of doing final finish-ups. Anyways, all of this rambling to say, I didn't do any vlog editing when I said I was going to, but I did finish this hat, which is very exciting. That's 2 projects I finished in the last week, so that's exciting. I could probably finish a 3rd one also because I have another one super close to being done. And then my only other project is my sweater that I am a little bit mad at and a little bit intimidated by and need to do a lot more work on. So, but this might be time to actually start a new project. We'll see. I need to decide which one I want to do and then what I would need for that and how much yarn for those things would cost me because I can't just be spending a bunch of money on yarn right now. So anyways, that's that for now. Okay, so I have not gotten any more vlog editing done, but it is time to start on dinner, I think. I got really focused on picking my next knitting pattern, but it's time to do other things. So I am going to get all of the stuff out. I don't know entirely what we're gonna make yet. I have a bunch of carrots I need to use and I love roasted carrots. So that's a definite yes. However, my girlfriend doesn't like roasted carrots. So I need to have something else for that. I'm thinking some just like boxed rice pilaf because it's low effort and I don't feel like it. So that's what I'm thinking. And then pork chops are going to be our main meat source here. So that's loosely what I'm working with. I'm gonna pull out the veggie boxes that I have, see what's in there so that I can use that first and kind of go from there. Okay, so I have pulled out some carrots, which have their tops on them, so are still massive, and also some what I believe to be turnips. I've never cooked turnips before, but I just did a little research, and I think I'm just gonna cube them up and roast them with the carrots that I just made. So that is my plan. I think it'll be good. I think I am gonna do the pilaf, and then I'll just do the pork in a kind of fall-y, pretty standard pork blend seasoning blend that I do. So let's do it. So I basically just cut up all of the carrots and then peeled them and cut them into basically half and then halves or thirds depending on the size of the carrot. And then just diced up the turnips after peeling them and coated them in some salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, maple syrup, a few other things. And then I did my pork chops with a very similar seasoning blend, but no maple sugar on this one. And then, yeah, just cooked it all up, and it ended up being really tasty. So that was definitely a win. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Today is gonna be a busy one because I have a lot of vlog editing to do. It's election day, so I gotta get out of the house and go do that. And also, I have a concert this evening, so we're gonna be busy. But I think we can get it all done. We just need to do it one thing at a time. So it's time for me to lock in, get this vlog edited, and get it uploaded so that I can then do some of the stuff that involves leaving the house. And then we'll move on from there. Okay, so I have just done the basically basic preliminary / main edit of the vlog. It's all done. I need to watch it through and make sure that everything is looking and sounding okay. But other than that, it's good to go, which is awesome. It is a lot earlier than I was thinking it would maybe be when I finished that. Part of it is because I started a lot earlier this morning than some mornings. And second of all is because it was actually a pretty quick edit and I just kind of locked in and got it done. But I am hungry. I did not eat breakfast before sitting down. So gonna grab a snack or something to have now and then probably head back into the office to finish it up before I leave the house for some errands this afternoon. Also, I think I'm gonna put in a load of laundry and yeah, hopefully it'll be quick for all of that. Okay, I have just finished my lunch. I made some more dumpling soup same as the one I made a few weeks ago, and it is time to go vote, because that's what today's main theme is, basically. So, yeah, it's about a 15-minute walk, I think, from my apartment to my polling place, and it looks like a nice sunny day, so I'm hoping that it won't be too bad, even though it is a little chilly. So, let's head out and do that and come back and hopefully chill for a little bit before our concert. Okay, I have just made it back from voting. I took my sweatshirt off when I got home because I was walking in more layers than I needed to be, so I got quite warm. But I am sure I will cool down pretty quickly. It's not that warm in the house, despite what I feel right now. But I think the laundry that I put in earlier should be done in the dryer, so I can go take that out, and I think then I'll come back up here, fold that, and probably just chill and maybe play some Stardew for a little bit. So I have just gotten dressed for my concert. This is what I am going with, I think. Should be a good time. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today will hopefully be a pretty chill day. I don't really have anything scheduled going on except for the fact that we are getting a new dishwasher today. Woo! This is very exciting. This is something that we have wanted basically since we moved in because our dishwasher hasn't been actually cleaning our dishes, but it hasn't really been ever bad enough to say anything about it. But then last week it just stopped draining. And you couldn't run it again, and you couldn't get it to drain manually. So that was enough to be this is a problem. And we're getting a dishwasher, so that is exciting. They are coming sometime today between 11 and 3, which is an incredibly broad window. I don't know how much forewarning I'm gonna have about it, but that does kind of limit what I can actually get done today. So I think I'm going to basically just do some photo editing this morning. Kind of chill vibe. I don't know. I have a lot of photo editing to do. I am super backed up with concerts and non-concert stuff. So maybe I will do that. I'm trying to decide if I want to shower before they get here or just before I go to bed. But I'm leaning more towards before they get here because my hair feels really gross and I want to get rid of that. So I will check in with you in a little bit. Probably gonna be in the office doing something at the very least. So see you then. Okay, I got a little distracted before I ended up taking my shower because I was on Instagram, which I'm trying to do less, but I was on Instagram and I was scrolling through some comments on a From Carly B post. Great sewing YouTuber, love watching her. Anyways, someone had mentioned in there, she made a post about indie patterns and indie pattern designers and all of that, and someone had commented about a website, which is basically something that I've been looking for a long time, which is basically a sewing equivalent to Ravelry, which is like for knitting and crocheting, and it's fantastic. I mean, I've only basically just gone in and made an account and added all my patterns, but it's so exciting. I literally was talking about this 2 weeks ago and I was like, damn, I wish there was a thing like this. And it does exist. So that's exciting. It's called Thread Loop. That's what it's called. Anyways, I'm gonna now sit down and do some at least photo organization, if not editing, and basically pull everything off my cards because I haven't done that in like a week or two. And yeah, basically pull that all off, try to organize it all, and maybe start editing. At some point, starting in the next like 10 or 15 minutes, is the beginning of the window when the dishwasher could show up. I don't know when that's gonna be, so we'll see how far I get into things, how that ends up shaking out, all of that. So I just started off by basically going through each of my SD cards. I think there were 3 of them that I ended up going through, and just waiting for a bunch of files to copy over. Since that was taking a really long time, I also started doing the job hunting stuff that I needed to do for this week. And then I kind of got sucked into that, which not a bad thing. But then I started going through pictures from trips and concerts and stuff. I'm super behind on my editing. And about then, my landlord showed up. Okay, it has been quite a while, I think, since I last checked in with you all. And part of that is because, well, largely that is because my landlord was here all day doing dishwasher stuff. I thought he was only gonna be here for a little bit. I think he showed up at like noon and he left at like 4:30 or 4 o'clock, something like that, which was a little unfortunate. Means that I just kind of snacked my way through lunch, which is less than ideal. But I've gotten some stuff done. It has not been as productive as a day as I wanted. I wanted to do some filming stuff today, but as you can see, it's dark out now, even though it's just after 5 o'clock, and I didn't want to film while he was home. So that's gonna have to happen tomorrow, I guess. It's not the end of the world, but I have been working on, I did some photo editing this morning, which I think you guys saw the beginning of. And then I also have been working on some just like other YouTube stuff related to like the big projects that I keep talking about. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't know when any of it is gonna happen yet. I've been trying to not talk about things until they're like about to happen, so I don't talk about it instead of doing things for it. But I've been doing things for it today and it's coming along. I don't entirely know what I want vibes-wise yet for a lot of this, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're getting there, we're working through. Yeah, so I think that's all for now. My girlfriend will be home shortly and we're probably gonna have dinner. I don't know what we're gonna have because I really do not feel like cooking right now because I have no energy because I didn't eat real lunch. It's really a chicken and the egg situation there, isn't it? But we'll figure something out and probably just chill for the rest of the evening. I don't know, but tomorrow is, I guess we both have to pack because tomorrow is our last day home before we go on a little mini trip for this weekend. So that is that. I will hopefully check in with you at some point again this evening, if not to just show you what we end up making for dinner. But that's where today has gone. Good morning and happy Thursday. I almost said Wednesday. Oh my God. Today is going to be a busy one because there's a lot of stuff that I want to fit in today because there's some stuff that I didn't get done yesterday because of the whole dishwasher, landlord being here scenario that I want to get done today. So this morning I have already done a few things. mainly just taken a bunch of portraits, hopefully use as profile pictures. We'll see. The sun was really nice in the kitchen, and so I went with it. I blinded myself a little bit, but we're here and we're doing good. So I think I am going to either go through those really quickly, or I might film some of the stuff that I didn't get to do this morning, because I think it's supposed to get cloudier as the day goes on. So despite the fact that the light is normally better in the afternoon here, I think I want to take advantage of the light that I do have this morning and get that out of the way. So that's probably going to be what's up next. And then I need to pack and a few other things. So we shall see. Okay, so I have done a few things since I last checked in with you all. I have gone through some photos and just chilled for a little bit. But also my girlfriend came home a little early because she had a doctor's appointment this afternoon, and that we went to together just because we could. So now we are going to probably chill, and we both have to pack still before tonight, where she, at least, I don't think I'm joining them. Maybe I am. Argu's getting dinner with one of her old work friends. Probably just gonna chill for most of the afternoon, so. Okay, so I decided to not join my girlfriend in going out to dinner, which it really could have gone either way. The place they're going is really tasty, but I decided to stay home. So I just finished making my own dinner. It looks very tasty. I am very excited about it. However, I thought that this would fit on one of our small plates, and it's quite tight. So this might be a bit of a challenge, and I think I might get either another small plate for my carrots or just another plate cutting the chicken or something. So that is an L because I've dirtied another plate, but it's okay because dishwasher! We haven't taken the film off of it yet, as you can see, because our landlord wasn't sure if it was good to go or not. I guess he'd seen a drip or two while he was doing some test running after he put it in, but we ran it last night after he left, and I haven't seen anything, so we'll keep an eye out for it, and we'll probably take the cover off in the next week or so. But it is time for me to eat dinner because I am hungry.
And then it was time for packing. I found this trip super hard to pack for, more so than some of my other trips, because I just had no idea what I wanted to wear to the concert, and I had no idea what exactly we were going to do any of the other days. So I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to wear. Normally I have a better idea of what all of that stuff is going to end up being, but I just kind of went for it and grabbed some clothes that I know that I like wearing a lot, especially to concerts and stuff, and also some clothes that I just could be casual but comfy in, but also not like, basically still looking kind of cute while doing so. So just packed that all up and then started putting it all in packing cubes and getting it in my bag. Good morning and happy Friday from the airport. Today is basically entirely a travel day, so we got to the airport pretty early. It was kind of annoying getting there because the train closest to us is down, so we had to take way more connections than normal. But we got to the airport, we figured it out, and then it was off on our first flight, which was to Baltimore, which the bathroom that I used had some pretty fun lighting, and I don't know, it just looked cute. But then it was on to our second flight, which was to Albuquerque, which was our end destination. Coming into Albuquerque was super cool to look out the window and just see all of the like really unique landscapes. It's something that I don't get to see a lot, and so it was a lot of fun to be able to see all of that. And yeah, it was just super fascinating to see how the landscape changed so drastically and looked both simultaneously flat and really mountainous at the same time. I didn't really feel like filming most of this weekend. It was just a little weekend getaway for me and my girlfriend. So even though it was a trip and I normally will film on the weekends when I'm on a trip, I decided not to this time so that we could just hang out together. And I'm really glad that I made that decision because it was a really nice weekend. But then we got in our rental car and headed to Santa Fe, which is where the concert was.